Welcome to the episode 1 of the series. In this episode, we are going to cover how to diarize receipts and give acknowledgement to the sender. In other words, how to obtain a receipt number after diarizing the correspondences that is received from outside. So, for that, we are now logged into the eOffice, and here on the top, we can see quick access menu called Receipt, File, and Issue. And now, you have opened the inbox of the receipt section. That is why this is showing in a gray color. So now we are going to see how to diarize the receipt, or how to obtain a diary number or receipt number for a correspondence received from outside. For that, we can see a Create option under the receipt, which is having two further options, one physical and one electronics. The same thing is available under the receipt menu too. If you choose Browse and Diarize, below that, you can see two options, one physical and another electronic. In the Quick Access menu also, you have got two options, one physical and another electronic. What is physical? Physical means, the movement of the file will be in a physical mode, but whatever correspondences we are getting, or whatever receipts we are getting from outside, that need to be diarized and the receipt number is required to be obtained. But it is not necessary that the document is scanned and fed into the computer. Without scanning also, you can diarize a receipt in physical file. But normally we will be using electronic mode. For that, we will choose electronic option, not physical option. We will choose electronic from either Browse and Diarize or from the Quick Access menu. On clicking electronic, you will be getting another page. Here on the left hand side, you can see one upload button. You need to upload the received document here. That means, you will have to scan the document, and keep in your computer beforehand. Then only you can browse and upload that document. There are some standard guidelines for scanning a document. It should be scanned in a black and white mode. And the maximum file size could be 20 MB. Even if you have multiple pages, it has to be scanned to a single PDF file. So as per the scanning guidelines, normal paper should be scanned in black and white mode, with 100 dpi resolution in PDF format. And if it is a damaged, you can increase the dpi so that it will be clear. But if it is a colored photograph or something like that, it is recommended to scan in grayscale mode, rather than color mode. So even though maximum 20 MB size is permitted for the scanned file, you may reduce the size as far as possible. So, we will click on Upload button, and then choose the scanned image from the respective folder, then click on Open. So, now the PDF document is visible on the left hand side. Now, we need to give the diary details of this particular document. The diary date is appearing automatically. And here in the forms of communications, you have got so many options to choose from. So, let us choose letter for the time being. Next, we need to choose the language of the letter, or the correspondence. Here, we can choose between English, Malayalam, Hindi, like that. This is also an optional item. You can see a red star against the compulsory entries. Here, the forms of communication is a compulsory thing. The received date, by default, is today's date. But if you want, you can choose a back date also. Letter date is the date of the letter. If it is available, we can choose. And similarly, letter reference number also may be there. So, we know that, if it is coming from some office, the reference number will be there. Next is delivery mode. It is a compulsory field. So, what is the delivery mode of the letter, whether it is received by courier, registered post, speed post, like that. So you can choose the mode of receiving the item. Next, mode number. Whatever mode it is received, there may be a number. For example, if it is speed post, a registered post, or courier, there may be a reference number of the courier. So, you can feed that. Next is sender type. In this case, there is no option available. Next is VIP. If this is received from any VIP, then you need to choose that, otherwise we can avoid it. Next is contact details. If it is received from any ministry or department, then you can choose from the list available. If it is received from a particular individual, then there may be name of the person available. If it is received from some office, maybe some designation only be available. So, here either you can give both name and designation, or you can give any one of these two. If it is received from any organization, you can provide the name of the organization. Then, if mobile number is available, you can feed it. If email is available, then that also you can feed in the next column. Then you need to give the address, which is a compulsory field. So, after giving address, you can choose the country and then state, district, PIN code, landline number, fax number. These details you can feed, if available. Next is category and subject. Category is divided into main category and subcategory. So you can choose the main category, and the corresponding subcategories will appear on the right side. So main category is compulsory, and subcategory is optional. Next is subject, which is a compulsory field. You need to type the subject. Next is enclosure remarks. That means, if it contains any enclosure which cannot be scanned, for example, it may contain a pen drive, or a CD, or a book, something like that. So those details you need to type there. Then to proceed further, you have got three options here: generate, generate and send, generate and copy. In addition to that, one more option is available: personalize acknowledgement. So we will discuss regarding this in the next receipt entry. Let us see these three options. If you press on generate, the receipt number will be generated. And if you press on generate and send, the receipt number will be generated, and at the same time, you will get an option to send the receipt to some other seat. If you click generate and copy, the receipt number will be generated, and the details like the scan image and receipt details will be copied to another receipt, so that you can generate another one similar to this one. Let us see all these three options. First, we will click generate. The receipt number is successfully generated. You have got a green notification on the top right corner. Here you can see the receipt number and the computer number. Now let's just make another receipt. For that we are clicking from the quick access menu, create, then electronic. Let us upload another scanned image. And if there is a mistake in the upload, you have got an option to remove that attachment. Let us give the receipt details. We will choose the main category and then proceed. This time, instead of giving generate, we will click on generate and send. Now we have got a message that the receipt number, so and so, is successfully created. Then see, it is automatically redirecting to the screen from where we can send the receipt. That means, this receipt can be sent to another seat for further action. Here, we have to choose to which seat you intend to send this receipt. You have got a number of options here. The last one is the reporting officer. Here we can choose the reporting officer easily. Next is send back. Subordinate means you can send to any of your subordinates. In channel means it may be a seat in the channel, in the route through which it has come. Recent 5. If you want to choose anyone from the recent 5 recipients, then you can choose recent 5. If you wish to send them intimation or notification through email or SMS, then you can choose from here. If you want to send a copy to some other offices, then, after clicking the CC column, you can choose one or more recipients. Then you can give remarks. Next is set a due date. If you want to set a due date for any particular action on this receipt, then you can choose that date. And what action has to be taken by this due date, that you can choose from action. If we want to set any priority, then you can choose from this list. Then you can press the button send. Now you have got the message, successfully sent. That means we have generated a receipt number, and we have sent it also. Now, let us see the third option. For that, we are creating one more receipt. Take electronic from the quick access menu, and we will upload another scanned image, as another receipt. Let us give the diary details. And then the contact details. Let us choose the main category. And then type the subject. Then let us choose the last option, generate and copy. The receipt number is successfully generated. And now, you can see the screen for feeding another receipt. Here you can see that, on the left-hand side, the previous scanned image is already attached. And on the right-hand side, the diary details, contact details, and category, all these details are copied from the previous receipt. In case you want to change anything, you can do it. If you want to remove even the attachment, you can remove and upload another one. After that, click generate or generate and send to make another receipt in an easy manner. At the same time, we can see an option to personalize acknowledgement. So this is for sending an acknowledgement to the sender of this receipt. Now, this time let us click that option and then press on generate. So, you can see that the receipt is generated as usual. But along with that, you have got an option to send acknowledgement to the sender. The body of the letter is automatically generated. If you want, you can change the content of the letter. After modifying the letter, you have got two options, continue or send later. Continue means, you will be going to send it right now. Send later means, sending will be postponed for some other time. So in case you click on send later, then later it will be available under this receipt, then created. Under created, it will be available, and later you will be able to send the acknowledgement letter from that folder. Or if you want to send it right now, let us press continue. Now, it has got redirected to a screen from where you can send the acknowledgement. We can see that the sender details are automatically populated here. If you want to sign it, there is a provision. Then, in order to dispatch, there is an option initiate dispatch. So, how to dispatch and all, these details we will be covering in another lesson. And how to sign the document, that will be covering in another episode. So kindly watch those 2 episodes for a detailed description of the procedure. Now let us see another option, how to create a physical receipt. So for that, we will click Physical under the Create menu. Here we intend to create a physical receipt. That means this will be added to a physical file, and the movement of the file will be in a physical manner. Even we do not want to scan this receipt. Just we need to obtain a receipt number after diarizing. So we are going to directly feed the diary details and the contact details like name or designation, address, like that. Now let us give the category and give the subject. Let us click Generate after that. So the receipt is diarized and receipt number is obtained. You can note down this receipt number, physically, on the piece of paper. So please note that we have not scanned the image. Without scanning, we can diarize physical receipt. So this much to tell about the diarizing of receipts. So, there are two types of receipts. One is physical, and the other one electronic. Physical means this physical receipt will be attached to a physical file, and the movement of the file will be in a physical manner. But normally we will be generating electronic receipts, and these electronic receipts will be attached to electronic files. And in this case, it is necessary to scan the document or the received letter. We also saw that if required, we can generate an acknowledgement also for every receipt. How to move this receipt, and how to perform the further actions? These things will be seen in another episode. Thank you.